But yeah, that was a wild game in itself too. So that was game 4, and I wasn't in the lineup.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't in the lineup, and it was like 6:30. So if you're like 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup, you hit in the first group. So the next guy's hitting the second group, obviously, because you got to get ready for the game.
Right.
And the subs don't have to get, so you hit in the last group. So I'm hitting in the last group. And my BP was different from playing and from being, on the bench. From I'm playing, I'm going to take my BP with the scouting report of what the pitcher has. If I'm subbing, I'm just kind of like getting loose, hitting homers, digging myself, total different, aspect of getting ready for a game. And then John Farrell, our manager, comes like running out of the dugout. What's he on the field for, all this stuff. Come here. He's like, hey, Shane Victorino has back spasms. He can't go. Like, you're in the lineup. And I was like, all right. And he just had this, like, total blank, like, worried. I'm like, why are you worried? Are you all right putting me in the lineup? Like, I'm cool. He's like, well, are you going to be ready? I'm like, well, I got to finish my last round here. I'll get me a PBJ, and I'll get my uni on. I'll be on the field for the anthem, and we'll run it out there. I've done 1,000 of these. Yeah. I was like, game 4 of the World Series. I was like, oh, we got it covered. So first at bat, ground ball to third, second at bat, double play. And I'm like, oh, geez, this is not what I signed up for. So third at bat, so Big Poppy in front of me gets like an intentional, unintentional walk with Lance Lynn on the mound.
Because before that, Pedroia hit it? Would he hit a single or double? Or
Pedroia hit a single, and then David Ortiz basically got intentionally walked, and they make the pitching change. And things happen in the World Series, and I'm in the lineup, and Big Poppy's playing first. Mike Napoli's on the bench. So this 100% should have been Mike's at-bat, right? And I figured if I go back to the dugout to look at the scouting report, it's kind of going to speed things up. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, why is Johnny hitting? Jeez, Mike, take a spot. So for the first time ever, I never went back to the dugout to get the scouting report.
You wanted that at-bat.
I wanted that at-bat. I just wanted the at-bat. I had no idea what was going to happen.
The opportunity,
baseball is
like
hard.
you were talking about.
Yeah,
You wanted
I just wanted the opportunity.
Yeah.
Right? And I could sit here and say, I wanted that opportunity. I hit it into a double play, but I got that opportunity. And that's always what I wanted. So I totally went further away from the batter's box, kind of hiding.
Can't hear you.
Yeah. And I kind of gave a peek, and I was like, does Mike have his helmet on? Is he even ready to go? And I knew he had 2 pitches left. And I started walking to home plate because I just had to get my foot in the box. Once my foot gets in the box, it's my at-bat. So I knew from Jump Street I was going to take the first pitch just because I just needed the at-bat to be mine.
Yeah.
Never faced Seth Mattis before, and I saw his first pitch, kind of 3/4 slider, cutter guy, and you go in your Rolodex and you pull out, because I never faced him. I was like, boom, like Luke Greger. So he was exactly like Luke Greger. So I go on my Luke Greger scouting report, has some success off him, but he is absolutely filthy as well. So just match that scouting report off him. Got to a 2-2 count. We got into a little battle a little bit, and his, he just left one over the plate and put a good swing on it. And then
pimped the mess out of it.
Had to, because I just
yes,
wanted
of course.
to. Yeah, and I tell people all the time, dude, I've been waiting since I was 6 years old for this. What's the hurry?
Yes.
You want me to hurry this up? I'll get on a podcast one day and tell you how much this at bat means. But little bat flip and went all the way around the bases, and I knew with the team that we had, once we had the lead, it was a wrap.
It was a wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that game goes the other way. The whole series goes another way, probably.
Yeah, we were down 2-1.
Down 2-1.
Yep.
I mean, and there was 2 outs. I think there was 2 outs, right?
Yeah,
I mean, so that, again, it's one swing away from it not going that way.
Yep.
That's interesting. You say going into your Rolodex. Is that something that players? I mean, I don't know if coaches talk about that with players enough, and just having an approach and then getting an approach from past pitchers.
Yeah.
How important is that, and when did you learn that?
Yeah, I was big on that. I was big on, bottling up the good and bottling up the negative, right? We always want to bottle up the good, and you want to bottle up the negative. But, I mean, you should, the best of the best. I mean, you hear, Wade Boggs, George Brett, when you hear them, going on these rants, man, they could bring up, September 2nd in 76 and walk you through this at bat. And you're just like, what? I can't even remember yesterday. So you knew the best of the best were doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's a focus and it's a preparation to every at bat and every inning. And if you have those two things, you're going to remember, right? I mean, it's like that test in 8th grade that you just grinded and studied on it. And if someone asks you that question today, like, you're probably going to remember that. But the test that you didn't study and you didn't know the answer, you still don't know the answers. So the preparation and focus on every single game, every single at bat is going to let you, have it in your head. But yeah, I always had that Rolodex and just pulling like comps out, right? And then some of the best pitchers in the game, you got like a Kershaw, like in a Bumgarner, who don't have comps. There's nothing you could do. A Mariano Rivera, that's the only cutter like that, right? So I think the big leagues do have like those guys that have those outlier things is because you can't pull that comp out.
One of the reasons why they're so good, probably, right?
Exactly.
Because there's no one like them.
There's no one like it, yeah.
If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this content valuable.